Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a chatty get ready with me video. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured why not try it. I'll probably use some new makeup that I have. I don't have a ton of new products, but I'll probably just use a few new ones just to, try them out. So if you like to see me get ready, then please keep watching. So I just got out of the shower, that's why my hair is wet. I am actually really excited because today I'm going to the meet and greet to meet Serein, who is another beauty vlogger here on YouTube, who I'm sure you probably have already heard of her, but she is a really good YouTuber. She's really nice and she's beautiful and she does really good videos, so I'm really excited to meet her. So I'm going to go to the meet and greet, which is at a fresh cosmetics store in LA. So I'm really excited to meet her, so I'm going to get ready for that. So that's why I figured I could do like a little bit of a chatty get ready today as I get ready for going to that event. I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun. While I do my makeup, I'm gonna let my hair dry so that I don't have to use a blow dryer on it and damage it, but I just put some like heat protectant in it and everything like that. So to moisturize my face, I'm going to use this Ole Henriksen sample. It is their Sheer Transformation Perfecting Moisturizer. It's in this little jar. I ran out of my Origins Ginsey moisturizer, so that's why I'm using this one, but I do actually really like this. And now for my under eyes, I'm going to use this one from Dermalogica. It is the Stress Positive Eye Lift. It's just like an eye cream that you put under your eyes. I got this from Influenster in a Vox box. If you haven't heard of Influenster, it's a website where you review products, and then the more products you review, you build up points. And then if you accumulate a certain amount of points, you're eligible to get a Vox box. So then if you get the Vox box, it has free products in there for you to try for reviewing purposes. So this was one of the products that was in my box from, I think it was from June, and it has this little metal like silver applicator that kind of has a cooling effect on your under eyes. So I just squeeze a little bit onto the applicator and then apply it to my under eyes. And I wanted to wait to review this until I used it for quite a bit of time, because with these types of like eye cream products, it takes a while to notice any significant results. So obviously just using it one time, you're not going to notice anything. So I personally have noticed that it helps a little bit with my dark circles. Like I feel like they don't look quite as dark and prominent as they did before, and it definitely moisturizes and makes your eyes feel very energized and cooled. So far I like it. I just haven't noticed a significant result yet, but so far I like it. It feels nice on the eyes and doesn't irritate them or anything. And now for my primer, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer because I want my makeup to last all day today, and this definitely helps my makeup look really smooth and blurs my pores and helps it to last without getting too oily. And now for my lip balm, I'm going to use my Best Damn Beauty Best Damn Lip Mask from Nicole Guerriero. I really like this. It's so good. So for foundation, I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. I have the shade Fair, and then I also have the lightning one, which is the white one. So I'm probably going to mix these a little bit together just to get the perfect shade. I don't think I've talked about this foundation on my channel yet, but I actually really like it. I never did a review on it, but it's pretty good. And then I'm just going to mix it up on the back of my hand with the back of the brush. This is a Morphe MB8 brush. I'm going to use this to blend out my foundation. I like this foundation because it blends out really nicely and has pretty full coverage, but it doesn't really look cakey and doesn't look too heavy on the skin. It does a really good job at covering everything, but it also looks really like seamless and has a really nice finish. It's like not too matte, but also not too dewy or glowy. I don't know, I just really like it, and it lasts pretty well on the skin. And I have oily skin and it still seems to last really well throughout the day, so I've really been liking this foundation. But the shade I have, I think I said I have the shade Fair, and it's the lightest shade that they have, I believe, unless they've come out with new shades. But when I bought it, that was the lightest one they had, and I have to lighten it. So if you are lighter than me, you would definitely need to get that white lightening shade for it to match your skin. Okay, so now for concealer, I'm going to use my all-time favorite, the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral. And I'm going to use my Equal Tools blending sponge to blend that out. I'm going to use my Cinema Secrets Ultralucent Setting Powder in the shade Colorless to set my face. So for my brows today, I'm going to use a product. I've tried this before, but it's pretty new to me. It is from the brand Brow Food. It is their Aqua Brow Powder and Pencil Duo in the shade Brunette. So it comes in this little like tube container like this. And it's kind of interesting because on one side you pull the top off and then it twists open and it's a pencil. But it's one of those wide pencils, kind of like I forgot what it's called, but for the Anastasia pencil, they have the one that's the really thin, really ultra fine pencil, and then they have one that's a little bit wider. This is like the wider one. So that's on the one side of the tube, and then you twist off the bottom part, and then there's a powder, but it has like a little applicator. So it's like this little wand that applies the powder. I think the powder is supposed to be like a powder to liquid, like it applies as a powder, but then as you kind of like blend it out, it kind of turns into a cream formula. I've tried this product so far a few times, and at first I liked the powder, but now I kind of don't like it too much, but I do really like the pencil that it comes with, so I'm going to use the pencil today. So since this is supposed to be a chatty get ready with me, I'm wondering how many of you watch Game of Thrones. That's my absolute favorite show ever. So I'm so happy that the new season started, but I'm so sad that it's only 7 episodes because it's 3 episodes that I'm gonna miss this year. And then I can't believe that there's only 1 season left. I'm gonna be so sad when it's over. Like, I want to know what's gonna happen, but it's so sad to think that there's not gonna be any more Game of Thrones because I just love all the characters. That's the thing about the show. It's like the shows that I end up really liking, or movies in general, just movies, shows, books, stories in general, the ones that I end up really liking, it's not really about the plot. I mean, the plot is good. For me, at least, the reason why I end up really liking it is for the characters. The characters have to be real. They have to feel like they're real people. They go through real issues and real struggles, and that's why I like the show, because the character development, the way that George R.R. Martin, who is the author of Game of Thrones, the way he writes the books is like amazing. Like, he created amazing characters, and then the way that it is on the show is amazing as well. I'm just so excited. I'm not going to say any spoilers, because I don't want to give spoilers in case some of you are behind or you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, something like that. That's my favorite show, and I'm so excited for this Sunday for another episode, because something that I'm not going to say it, but if you've been watching this show, you know that something's supposed to happen this Sunday, which we've been waiting for a long time. So I'm pretty excited for that to happen. I don't usually talk when I do my brows, and it's actually kind of difficult. Like, I definitely cannot talk when I'm doing my mascara or my eyeliner. That's like, I have to be completely still, completely focused, no talking. But anyway, other than Game of Thrones, I have been watching Real Housewives of Orange County. So I finished penciling in my brows. So now on top of that, I'm going to use this brow powder from the brand City Color. It's just their Bold Brow Duo in the shade Medium. I really like this. This is like my favorite brow powder that I've used so far. So yeah, I've been watching Orange County, and that's been fun, especially because I'm from California, so it's kind of fun seeing people from my home state, or where from the state I live in. But other than that, what shows do you guys watch? I'm just curious to find out. I love talking about like TV and movies. When I find a show I really like talking about it. I don't know why, I just do. So I'd be really interested to find out what you guys watch, because maybe you'll watch something that I watched and we could talk about it, or maybe you watch something I don't watch and I could get into it and maybe I'll like it. I used to watch the show House, though. I used to be like obsessed with that show. If you've never watched it, then you should definitely check it out. It's on Netflix. It's not on anymore. Like, the show is over, but it was a really good show when it was on. So you should definitely check it out if you've never watched it. It's just, I really like it. And then I used to watch the show Lost. That's another show that I watched basically every episode, and I used to be obsessed with that show. But then the last couple seasons I didn't like so much. I didn't really like how it ended. It's kind of weird. But I loved it in the beginning. Like, I was obsessed with that show. I would just like binge watch that show with my mom. It's so good. Oh, I really want to see the movie Wonder Woman. I heard it's really good. And I really like how, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, Gal Gadot, but the actress that plays Wonder Woman, I really liked her role in the Batman vs Superman movie. I thought she did a really good job, so I'm really wanting to see Wonder Woman because she's in that one. And then the other new one that's going to come out is Justice League, so I'm excited for that. I think that's coming out this fall, I think. Another movie that I've seen a trailer for is the new like Harry Potter movie. Have you seen that trailer? The one that is focused on Voldemort when he was growing up, like, so before he became Voldemort, when he was a child or a young adult, something like that, and then someone is like trying to figure out what he's doing, that he's a bad guy. I'm not sure exactly. I've only seen the trailer a couple times, but it looks interesting. I hope they do a good job on it though, because I didn't really like Fantastic Beasts movie. I didn't really like it. I thought it was like it just didn't wow me. Like, it's not the type of movie I'd want to watch again. Like, all the Harry Potter movies, the series, those movies I could watch like over and over and I would never get bored of them because I love them. There's just certain movies that I love that I could watch over and over. That Fantastic Beasts movie is not one that I would want to watch again. It just didn't even feel like Harry Potter. It felt like it didn't really feel like it was the same world. It just felt like a movie that was about a bunch of like magical creatures. So it wasn't like bad. It just wasn't like, if you're expecting it to be like Harry Potter, I think you're going to be disappointed. So for eyeshadow today, I think I'm going to use the Lorac Pro Palette 3. I actually really like using this. I've been using it lately more than I had before. Like when I first got it, I used it a bunch. But I hadn't been using it for a while until like the last couple of weeks. And once I got back into using it, I actually really like it. Like people don't really talk about this anymore on YouTube. I'm sure when it first came out, people talked about it, but people don't really talk about it anymore. There's so many different looks you can do with it because you get both matte shades on the top and shimmer shades on the bottom. And there's just so many pretty, like really wearable, pretty shades. I don't know, it's really pretty. I just love this palette and the quality is really good. It's so creamy and pigmented and it's really blendable and I just love using it. So to start out, I'm going to take the shade Cool Taupe and I'm just going to work this into my crease as a transition shade. So another thing that I'm kind of curious about, just to ask you guys, if you want to comment below, you can. I'm just curious how many of you have dogs and what kind of dogs you have, because I have my little Bambi and she's my best friend. So I am just curious to see how many of you have dogs because I think it'd be fun to just talk about our dogs. I'm really curious to see if any of you have pugs because I think pugs are like the best dog ever. Best dogs ever. They're just so sweet. If you don't have a pug and you don't know anything about pugs, I would like to tell you that they are like little babies and they like to cuddle. They just are the best. Like my little Bambi, she sleeps on the bed with me and she cuddles with me every single night. She sleeps on my arm, like on my shoulder right here. So I go like this and she sleeps in the little crevice right here. It's just so cute. She's so sweet. I'm gonna take the shade Rose Bronze over here. I'm gonna just pack this all over my lid just to add a little bit of shimmer. And these shadows, they do have a little bit of fallout because they're so soft and very like powdery, but it brushes away really easily. So as long as you already powdered your face and your under eye area, you should be fine to just sweep it away. Of course, if you are worried about fallout, you could always do your eyeshadow before your foundation, but I personally like to do my foundation first. It's hard for me to do my foundation after for some reason. And I think I'm gonna spray a little bit of setting spray. This is the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. I'm going to spray a little bit on the brush just to intensify that shadow. It already looks good on its own, but I just want to intensify it a little bit. And now I'm going to go into the shade Dark Mocha over here. And I'm just going to start adding this to the outer corner and work it into the crease just to deepen up the crease and add a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to go into shade Canvas over here. It's really close to my skin tone. I'm just going to use this on my brow bone and to also help blend out the brown shade so it doesn't look too harsh. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Amethyst, this really pretty purple shimmer shade, and just add that to the outer corner in my crease just to add a little bit of purple to it. And I'll add a little bit more of that Cool Taupe in the crease just to blend everything. And now I'm going to take the shade Light Gold over here and I'm going to use this for my inner corner. I'm going to take the Amethyst shade again, which was that really pretty purple shimmery shade. I'm going to take that on my lower lash line just to smoke it out. Oh yeah, but what I was saying before, let me know if you have dogs. I'd be curious to find out just what kind of dogs you have and what their names are and everything because I love my little baby. And if you have pugs, let me know because I would love to hear more from other pug mamas out there. I'm taking the color Cool Taupe, just running that underneath the Amethyst shade just to blend it out a little bit. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the M Cosmetics Illustrative Eyeliner Brush Tip. I know I say this in like all my videos, but I love this. It's so good. Definitely try it out if you haven't. Now for some mascara, I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I really want to try that L'Oreal Lash Paradise one. I haven't tried it yet. I've seen so many good things about it on YouTube. I really want to try it. It's funny because it just happens that the day that it came out, or I mean around the time that it came out, I was looking at Ulta's website at new products and I saw it. Before I had seen anyone talk about it on YouTube, I just saw it and I immediately was like, that looks like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I bet they're trying to do a dupe for it. And then it turned out that it is like a dupe and it works just as well from what I've seen. So I really want to try it out. But I was like, darn it, I should have got it right then and done a video on it because like everyone was talking about it after that. But oh well. It's not like I was the only one thinking that because everyone was thinking that. But for now, I really like this mascara. It's pretty good. It definitely makes my lashes look thicker and longer and curls them pretty nicely. It doesn't clump too much. Okay, I gotta take this off. I don't know. I love how these look, like these little headbands for doing my makeup and getting ready. I think they're so cute, but they drive me crazy because if I keep them on too long, they give me a headache. Does that happen to you? I don't know. Like, this is so cute. It just, gives me a headache, so I have to take it off. So now to contour and warm up my face, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. This is the light to medium one. Basically just use this one in the middle because the other ones are too dark for me. And then I mix these two lighter highlight shades to brighten up like areas I want to highlight, so like the bridge of my nose, and that also to help blend out the contour. So for my contour for my cheeks, I'm going to use the Sigma large angled contour brush. This is the F40 brush. I got this also from Influenster. Okay, I forgot to mention before, but this little brow duo from the brand Brow Food was also from Influenster. It was in my Vox box from June, so I just wanted to mention that I didn't buy this. This was sent to me for free for reviewing purposes. And then this was also sent to me in the Vox box. It's this Sigma brush and I really like it. It works really well just to get into the hollows of your cheeks to contour. It doesn't apply too much product, but it applies enough. So I think it's really good. And this is my first Sigma brush I've ever used. I never got any brushes from Sigma before and I really like it. So I really want to try more now from them. I know that they're supposed to be like one of the best brushes, but I just haven't tried them. So yeah, it just gives a really natural like contour. It doesn't look too harsh and it just blends really nicely. And then I'll use that for my nose as well, but I don't use that huge brush, of course. I use this small fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is from Anastasia. It was the brush that came with my Modern Renaissance palette. And I just take those two highlight shades, the matte ones in that palette, and I just add it to the bridge of my nose, and then I use it to help blend out the sides of the contour, just so it doesn't look like it's too much of a harsh line. Okay, and now to bronze up my face, because I just did the contour, but I also like to kind of bronze my face just to add a little bit more warmth and to help blend out the contour. I like using this Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This is the one for lighter skin in the shade 01 Natural. It's a really large pan like this, but I really like this. And I use my crown brush. This is the Jumbo Kabuki fan brush. And I just dip it in there and then just bronze up the face a little bit. Just adds a little bit more color without looking too harsh. It helps to blend out that contour. And especially helps for the forehead, especially if you like to contour your forehead and you might have like a large forehead like me. I'd really suggest trying a brush like this, one of these really large fan brushes, because they really help to blend your contour and to bronze up the face. For blush, I'm going to use this one from Tarte. It is in the shade Celebrated. It's their Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. I really like this color. It's really pretty for just a really nice everyday blush that's not too harsh. It just adds a little bit of color to the cheeks without looking like, dang, you got a lot of blush on, because I don't like a really heavy blush application, as you probably know if you watch my videos. And then if I apply a little bit too much, I just get that brush that I used to bronze and I just kind of blend it out so that the blush blends in with the bronzer. And to highlight, I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit. I love this. This is my favorite palette to use to highlight, just my favorite highlight in general, basically. I've really been liking using this illuminator brush from the brand Bogachi. This was from my BoxyCharm or Ipsy. So I usually go into the two middle shades. Those are just the colors I like to use. So I mix Forever Young and Glow Getter, these two. And I like this brush because it applies your highlight so like precisely and pigmented, and it allows you to really create that really pretty highlight right on your cheekbone. As you can see, it's like really heavy highlight, but then I'm going to blend it out a little bit. I just love how it makes it so intense right where you want it. And then I'll use it a little bit on my nose. And then a little bit on my forehead on the sides, like that. And then I take this brush from Crown Brush. It is their Deluxe Highlight Fan Brush. And then I go back into those two shades again. And I just use that to blend it out a little bit so it doesn't look too harsh. I mean, it's still going to look harsh, like there's a lot of highlight, but it still just blends out that line. So it's not just right in that area. And then I take a little bit of the shade Forever Lit, which is this white highlight shade, and I just take a little bit of it and use it to top the highlight. Just add a little bit more something. For me, since I'm really light and I have really fair skin, this really helps to just make the highlight pop a little bit more. I just like to use it as a topper. So now that my face is basically all done, I'm just going to put on some lipstick. So I'm going to use this one from Anastasia. It is their liquid lipstick in the shade Dolce. I don't know, I just love this color. I got this pretty recently. My best friend Alyssa got this for me for my birthday, and I just have been loving wearing it. It's so pretty. I think it's just such a pretty, perfect pinky peach shade with a little bit of coral to it. I just love it. It's really like, I think it just looks so good. I think it would look good on a lot of different skin tones as well. I just think it's so pretty. It's really like girly and like summery for me. I think it's so pretty, but it doesn't look too pink. Like it's like the perfect amount of peachy coral to it to make it not too pink. I don't like really bright like bubblegum pink colors. I don't think that looks good on me. Now that the makeup is all done, I'm just going to spray my face with some setting spray. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. So now that my makeup is all done, I'm going to move on to my hair. So I'll do my hair real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished up doing my hair and this is my completed look. So I'm going to go on my way to go meet Serein Wu. I'm really excited. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope that this was entertaining for you. You could also always leave like questions down below if you ever want me to do like a Q&A or anything. I don't know. Just so I could get to know you guys better and you get to know me better. So yeah, that completes this video. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I was choking. I was just eating my lunch. I was eating some salmon and I kind of choked on it. So I kept coughing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!